Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Mojo. I'm gonna start saying that. That's my name. I don't usually say my name in the intro, but I'm gonna start just saying Mojo. What's up, y'all? I'm back with another one. Check out the description, bro. Check out all my other videos. I put them on a playlist for y'all, so it's hella easy to watch. Like the videos, bro. Drop a comment. I'm gonna reply to all y'all comments. I'm gonna like it back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. Subscribe and let's get right into the story, bro. This is gonna be about me taking a lot of cocaine, a lot of smoking at work, bro. I did all this shit at work. So let's get into it, son. So boom. This whole took place last year. A lot of my stories took place last year, or my senior and junior year, like, because I haven't been able to get in contact with this plug that I have in like a real long time. I still haven't been able to get. Well, not this cap. I actually just linked up with bro again recently, but he works at like a fucking restaurant and shit. I didn't know where bro was. I thought he went to fucking jail, but he just actually went out of town. He didn't even say anything. He didn't tell nobody. This shit was ass. So boom, I'm at my crib chilling one day, and bro hits me up. I've said this before in a few other videos, but what we would do is since he knew me, he knew my brothers. I guess he was cool with me because of that. What he would do is he would call me over to his crib. And he would have him do shit like take out his trash and like do a little shit around his crib. And he would give me bars. Usually, that was like his favorite thing to give me, bars. He would give me like a Zan. He would give me like a Zan each time I went over there and took out his trash. That's usually what I would do because I don't know. I don't know if bro was like hella paranoid or something. Like he was worried about his ops being in the alley or worried about 12 being in the alley. But bro did not want to take out his own garbage, so he would call me to do that shit almost every week whenever his garbage would overflow. So boom, he calls me over. I go over to the plug's crib. I take out his trash. Bro, shit was always hella stacked. Like I'm telling you, it's like he would not ever take out his garbage. Like he would just wait till it got full, and he knew I would come over and fucking take it out. So I take that shit. Boom, I'm dumping it out. Shit's nasty as hell. It's all over pilot. I gotta go for like 3 fucking trips. I don't even do this at my old crib. Taking all this fucking garbage. But, you know what I'm saying? I was feeding for a bar, bro. I didn't want to spend a bread. And this was like during my Xanax phase. And boom, so I get the not the Xans, I get the Coke. Now let me tell y'all about this. I was actually doing Coke at the time. I was planning on doing a first time doing cocaine video. I want to do that for all my drug experiences, but I don't really remember my first coke experience. Like, it's not like I'm not saying like I blacked out or anything. I just like don't remember it. Like I don't remember when the first time I did it. I remember the first time I seen it. It was with this plug. Whenever I had done the same thing, I took out his trash and all that shit. He actually pulled out this little baggie. He was like, "Hey man, let me show you something." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Let me show you something." Sounded a little gay, but whatever. So he shows me this bag, and it was like this little white powder. He was like, "You know what that is?" I was like, "Nah." He was like, "That's coke." I was like, "Oh shit!" Like at that point, I had never seen it. I had never seen it in real life. I had never felt it. Like this was groundbreaker for me. This was crazy as fuck to see cocaine in real life. And he had said to smell it. I was like, what? He said smell it. So he had like opened up the baggie, and I had like put my nose close to it. I didn't put my nose in there because at the time I was still afraid to do it. I was like, nah, like I don't want to do it. I just put my nose near it and smelled it. It smelled like chemically, like cocaine has like a weird smell to it, but you know what I'm saying. So boom. Back to the story. So back to the present story. So bro gives me some coke for taking out his trash and shit. Boom. Me and him are cool. What I would do at the time, is I would do line bump. Key bumps, because I was talking to one of my homies at work. He said that he used to do coke, but he doesn't do it anymore. But what he would do was he would take his key and he would like dip his key into the coke, like the little baggie or whatever he had. He would just dip his key into the shit and just like stick it up his nose. It's called the key bumps. So that's what I would do. I've actually never done like a real line of coke. I would always do key bumps. I would do like hella key bumps and get like little. I would get like a little high from cocaine. I never really did a whole line because I was too scared. Would I try it again now? Of course I would. Like, yes, I would. But I haven't been able to find a plug on that shit, bro. So I guess my cocaine days are over. So, but yeah. I decided to get this shit, and what I would do whenever I would stop by his crib, this is how much of a fiend I was. I had this shit in my schedule. I would leave in my work uniform and walk to work after leaving his crib. I would be like, fuck a Uber, I'm gonna walk to his crib today because it was on the way to work. I would walk to his crib, do whatever he needed, and then boom, walk to work. And sometimes I would pop my drugs on the way there, or sometimes I would wait till I got there. But this day, I decided to wait because we had a new employee. He wasn't new at the, well, yeah, he was new at the time. He had only been there for like a few days. He had only been there for a few days, but I was cool with him. We had smoked a few times. He actually let me try well, not his. He let me try my first dab. I had told him that I had never dabbed before. I had like this whole list whenever I first started smoking of shit that I wanted to try, and dabbing was on that list. And yeah, he let me try it. It was hella fun. I was high all day. I'm gonna have to make a story about that. So yeah, me and him. I actually didn't know that he did coke. But the day before or a few days before, we were actually talking about it, and I told him that I do it and I could get some, and he was actually down. So I was like, "Fuck it, man! Like, let's do it." So me and him, we're at work. First off, we're smoking. First, I was a little nervous to bring out this bag of coke because we had never did it before. We both had never did it with each other, and we were at work. We both had never did it at work. Whenever I would do cocaine, I would usually just do it like at the crib. I would like gum it, and today I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna finally stick it up my nose." That's another thing, by the way. Whenever I first started doing coke, I never wanted to sniff it. I would just gum it. I would gum a lot of coke. Like my whole mouth would be numb. Like I didn't want to eat anything all day or drink anything because my mouth was just like so fucking sensitive and numb all day. Like I low-key missed that shit. Yo, cocaine is so fucking crazy. Don't try it at home, kids. Don't try this shit. So boom. Me and him, we finally decided to go to the mop closet. That's something I was telling you guys about in that perk story. Go check it out. That was in the description. Me and my homie were in the mop closet, and we decided to do these key bumps. And the first part of the cocaine, we were doing key bumps. My homie eventually ended up upgrading to lines later on in the story, but right now we're doing keys. Everything's normal. Boom, we bumped those. I'm fucking busting. I'm busting off the key bumps. This shit was crazy. Like, I had never done this. Like, taking it up the nose, pause. Like, you could feel it like dripping down like your throat. Like, you could literally feel the cocaine dripping down, and it felt like the inside of my face was numb. Like, it felt like my nostrils were numb, my throat. Oh my god, I forgot how numb your throat gets when it, bro. Your throat gets super fucking numb. And whenever I would do cocaine, I don't know what it was with me. I'm pretty sure it's because of, like I said, I never did a full lines, but I would never get that high off of coke. I would feel mentally active. I would get like a light sweats off of coke, but I would never get really high. That's what I wanted, bro. I feel like such a bitch. I should have been taking lines like a real nigga. But yeah, I'm gumming the baggie. Like whenever I stop by the bathroom, I'm gumming a baggie, and every so often, me and Anthony are going into the fucking mop closet to do bumps. Anthony is the name of the guy that I was with. I'm not sure if I said that already. So yeah, me and him, we keep going into my closet. We're doing bumps, and let me tell you guys about the shape of this nigga. So me, I was high as fuck off the coke and off the weed. I had a dispo with me too. But I feel like the dispo was high key taking over more than the coke because I wasn't really doing that much. I was gumming it a lot. My whole mouth was numb. I couldn't really feel my mouth or my teeth or anything. But I wasn't really woke and active off the coke. Now Anthony looked like a fucking. This dude looked like an animated cartoon example of a cokehead. Like he was sweating. His pupils were all like fucking wide. Hold on. I forgot if cocaine makes your pupils wider or smaller. But his pupils were all fucked. He was sweating like a bitch. He was breathing heavy. He was like he kept coming back. Because I work in the back of the restaurant. He kept coming into the back of the restaurant to tell me how fucked up he was, and I was telling him how fucked up I was, but he kept telling me, he was like, bro, like, are you even fucked up? Like I know people who have done like the same amount of cocaine as you, and they be fucking lit right now. And I'm telling them, I'm like, yo, yeah, like I'm fucking lit, but I'm a little more faded, bro. Like, dude, I was so faded that day, like I couldn't even remember most of this shit. Like Anthony is the one who was telling me most of this. Like I was very high, but the cocaine was just keeping me up. The cocaine was keeping me active, but it wasn't really taking over like the Benjamin was. I was faded as fuck that day. So me and him, we're partying up at work. Eventually I get to like 25% of this baggie that I had. I had like a little baggie, and I wanted to save the rest of the coke. I could tell that Anthony was actually really disappointed too at the end of the shift. He was like, damn, like I wanted to do more cocaine. He didn't tell me, but like I could tell every time we went to the back, he would like go towards the mop closet, and and he wouldn't say anything. He wouldn't say like I want to do more coke, but he would just like stand there awkwardly. But yeah, I wanted to save the rest of it. Me and him were pretty fucking high the whole shift, bro. That shit was pretty lit. Oh, yo, hold up. Before I end this bitch, there was another part of the story. There was actually another one of our homies. He was a mutual homie. He was also new at the time. We actually got him to do some cocaine. This was his first time trying it. His first time ever trying coke. He's actually seen it before, but he's never done it. And we pulled him aside in the muck closet whenever me and him were doing lines, and we got him to do a key bump. I asked him later on how he felt about that, like what happened with him, because he had to leave. He had to leave work, but he wanted to try it before he left, and he actually said he didn't feel anything neither. So it might have been low quality coke, but I don't think so. Because we both did key bumps, but Anthony he wanted to rail the line eventually. Like he railed the line, like he was fucking busting. I wanted to get on that level, but I was afraid. I was a bitch. But you know, man, that was the time of me taking cocaine at work with my homie, and you know we were both in that bitch busting. We were in that bitch busting. We had a great shift. Yeah, man, that was it, bro. Make sure y'all like the video, bro. Check out the description. Look at all the videos. I'll have them linked in there. All the videos I reference. Like the video, drop a comment. I'm gonna reply to all y'all shits, man. And make sure y'all subscribe. All right, bro. Love y'all.